I just want to uh, supplement Krishnan uh, before he proceeds further. Uh, Happiness, yeah. Uh, what's happiness? No one knows. Last year in Hamsa, 2010, we hold a retreat. I'm going to tell you all about it at the end of this group's meeting. And I'm going to invite you to my next retreat at Thrissur, be participants. Last theme, every year I write a book highlighting a theme. And last year's theme for a July retreat was on pursuit of happiness. It's a book of about 160 pages, divided into about 10, 12 sessions. Each is a session open for discussion amongst our members. We hold the sessions for 3 days. All right, I'll tell you all about it. And I think Krishnan does the magnificent work of printing these books for Hamsa. And he does it so well that my Hamsa members in the UK are astonished at the quality of printing, the quality of book, the quality of the bringing up, and so on. So in fact, they've been talking so highly about it, as though all thanks to kudos to Krishnan. You will see it in a minute now. Each one of you are going to get a complimentary copy of our 2010 July Pursuit of Happiness theme book. This is about 160 pages, which covers almost the entire ground of happiness. Now, it's not as if everybody desires happiness. You have to be a little circumspect on that kind of a situation. If you have all the time, all the happiness in the world, or the so-called happiness in the world, you look for pain. You look for sorrow. You look for change in your feelings. You look for change in your moods. That's what happens if you feed yourself with luxuries, if you feed yourself with dining and wining, if you feed yourself with whatever it is, then you say, what the hell? Where am I going? Is it all worth it? That's what has been happening in the United States in the 60s, 70s, 80s, when the flower children came up, the hippies came up, and then said, this happiness, this abundance, this affluence is too much for us. This is too hypocritical and too illusory. So let us look at the other side of happiness. The other side of happiness can only be pain or sorrow. And therefore, they said, okay, let's go for sorrow, and so on. You see, they put their sorrow in their songs. Most of their songs were sorrowful songs, pining songs, pineful songs. All right? Now, you see, therefore, not that life is not all happiness defined in the normal, routine way. It is happiness and sorrow, pain, pleasure, ups and downs, and all that kind of thing. Your ability to keep your head above both of them is the height of your wisdom. You have to understand that. Your ability to keep your head above these things is the height of your wisdom. So, yes, I need my happiness when I am not having my happiness. But at a particular time, you will ask, why am I having so much happiness? Because you won't know what that happiness is about. You see, 2,000 years ago in India, I take a little time, there was a group of philosophers called the Sarvakas, headed by Sarvaka, who said that there's only body and nothing else. No soul, nothing, no spirit. So body is born, it grows, it dies, it decomposes, it dies, it goes off, and therefore, and there's nothing else. And when there's nothing else, why bother about the other worlds? So I must live the best in this world. I must secure all that I can get by way of happiness in this world. And therefore, it is indulgence and indulgence and indulgence. And so you see, this was officially proclaimed philosophy of a large sect of people around the beginning of the Christian era here in the 3rd, 4th century. It went on till about 8th, 9th century AD. It was a very powerful force. In fact, Shankara and others had to fight that force. Okay? This was the main thing. But suddenly, the illusion sets in. I don't know how many of you read Aldous Huxley. Aldous Huxley is a great novelist, author, you know. One of his greatest books is called Brave New World. Brave New World is a very beautiful novel. The novel of tomorrow, of the future. In that book, everybody has everything that he wants. Everybody has everything that he wants. Even the children are born according to specification. The alpha baby, the beta baby, the gamma baby, and so on. I want alpha baby, I'll get my alpha baby. You know, that kind of stuff was going on in this brave new world. Now, there was a man who said, I have everything there, I have all the happiness, but what is sorrow? I want to know what is sadness. I want to know what is pain. He didn't know. He had no way of knowing. And so what he did was he went up on top of the hills. He went up there, he took a whip with him, and then he started beating himself in order to get the pain, in order to experience pain. So the experiencing of pain is as much a part of the normal self as the experience of happiness also. And mind you, look for pain, then you will enjoy your happiness better. Accept pain, then you will enjoy your happiness better. But don't look for happiness all the time. Then you will get totally disarrayed when you get the slightest pain. If you get the slightest headache, that happiness hanging in your head will put you down and then say, my God, what's happening? Is my head breaking? Am I getting stroke? Am I getting hemorrhage? Etc. Shall I admit myself into the hospital? And so on and so forth. Fantasies start building into your mind. So you see, look for pain. I say this because the balancing of one's attitude to life consists in taking these things with equanimity. Happiness when you do not have it. But what Christian talking of is kind of an ultimate happiness. The true happiness. The true happiness is the happiness that I am talking about now, which is the happiness of equanimity. Happiness where there is a sense of balance. Happiness where you have taken both in your stride. Happiness you have accepted everything and you have grown in wisdom that you know what is what. That is your goal. It is that goal, when you reach that goal, you have reached your fullest potential also. Your fullest potential is not the potential that you realize working on a table, waiting before a computer. The fullest potential is as a man or as a woman, all the things that are in you, bursting out in you, wanting to display, manifest their qualities, the best of their qualities in you, which we have kept them down under, working in this atmosphere. They want to come up. Help them to come up. That is the true potential. Now, the true potential and the sense of equanimity, all of them are unbalanced at that level of true happiness. That's what he's talking of when he's talking to you of happiness and realizing true potential together. You see, well, in the process, naturally, you cannot be a failure in life. You have to have your technical qualifications, your technical proficiency, your professional capability, all that being built, because that's a challenge to your intellect. Your intellect is being challenged all the time by that, and you need to service it. You need to feed it. You need to see that it grows, because when it grows, you also be able to see the world wider. And so you see, both things put together ultimately takes you to a situation when you learn to look at things together. So happiness not in the sense in which we talk of. Then there is always pain. and there's always sad sorrow. We don't know how to take that sorrow if you're only thinking in terms of this happiness. You see, that's what he has in mind. Thank you.